Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well out there today. This is another daily reading. This is your reading for Friday, July 20th, 2018. I am Morgana Braid, High Priestess of Maiden Circle Coven and Academy. And if you're interested in more Maiden Circle stuff, check out the links in the description. And if you'd like to see these videos every day and be notified about them, click that bell below and subscribe. I want to thank you so much for joining me this week and for joining me every week before this. It has been just a wonderful experience so far, and hopefully it'll continue to be a wonderful experience and a learning experience for all involved. So thank you 1,000 times for coming and joining me. And of course, thank you to all those beings in our higher selves out there giving us advice through these cards. So what is our overall energy for today, Friday, July 20th, 2018? You have in the world, not of the world. So this card is telling you to let go of the beliefs that have been ingrained within you that don't fall in line with what you truly want for your life, with what truly is meant for you. Okay, this is telling you that it is time for you to free yourself of these old ideas, free yourself of these old beliefs that have not been serving you, and to let yourself be spiritually naked. Let yourself be open to everything that you believe in and that you dream of and that you want for your existence. This is telling you that while you are a part of this world, while you are part of the overall society that we're all a part of, you're also a divine being. And you need to see that. You need to see that your beliefs about money, about proper behavior, about jobs, about what kind of home you're supposed to have, what kind of clothes you're supposed to wear, how you're supposed to identify as a person. All of those things are really societal constructs, and none of those, if you're just blindly following them, are going to get to the core of what matters to you and of who you are. And they're not going to allow you to expand yourself in the divine way that you're meant to. So let's see what your deeper, more aspirational energy is for this day. You have the Queen of Swords. So this week you've been getting cards that are saying to put your life in order. This card is asking you to look at the order that you've implemented and make sure it's not order just because you need control, because you need to put things in their place, and that it is like yesterday's saying, that it's an environment, it's order that fosters your creativity and that fosters this spiritual growth that you need. This is telling you that you need to let the universe happen as it happens. Let people be themselves and allow people to have their own way of doing things, even if it's not your way. And let yourself accept that that doesn't mean it's wrong, and that doesn't mean they're saying your way is wrong. These are just two different ways that people exist. And this is telling you to allow that, to allow the world to flow as it is and not to try to force things to bend to your will. This is also telling you to not to let your emotions get too far away from your mind, to find some way to bring these things together in balance instead of being all one or all the other. Okay, so let's see what your challenge is on the physical level. This is your health, your projects, your work, things like that, how you deal with those things. So what is your challenge today? You have the Two of Wands. So you're dealing with multiple sides of yourself. You're dealing with this side that wants to come out and wants to embrace all these new things that you're coming to learn about yourself and coming to believe in. But there's still this regression into your past. There's still this fear of whatever it is that you were taught that may not have really gelled with you, may not have ever gelled with you, but it's what you know. It's what you learned growing up. It's what you were told is right, and it's what you at some point in your life probably believed to be true, to be right. And now you're at this kind of crossroads where those past ideas don't necessarily mix cohesively with the future you're seeing for yourself, or with the future you want for yourself and the you that you want to be. And I think that is because with this card, it's telling you that all these things that were trained in you, they're like a code. And to break your own code could cause a lot more drama for you. But that's kind of what you're dealing with right now. You're dealing with moving forward, and this could be, because this is in the physical position, this could be something as simple as the way you dress. It could be as massive as what you worship and what you believe in, or the job that you're supposed to take, that you've been expected to take, or that people wanted you to take. And now you're at this point where it's not really suiting you, and it's not feeling like you're on the path to being this person that you're meant to be, to being this being of divinity that you were meant to be. So let's see how we can overcome this. You have the Fool, and you have the Nine of Swords. So this is saying that the best way to make this change is to take a leap of faith. Right now you're trapped in these old ideals, but just outside there is new knowledge waiting for you. There is enlightenment and mystery and magic waiting for you. But you really need to take that leap of faith. No, you can't guarantee it's going to work out. You can't guarantee that you're going to please everybody around you. But what you can guarantee is that you'll change something. You'll change where you are right now, which is you're not happy. You're feeling trapped and lost and unsure and even afraid of stepping out. But it's time to realize that even this fear is of the world. This fear is of society. This fear is something that's been drilled into you. You've reached this point where you're almost isolating yourself from your friends, from your family, from the people who care about you, or you're isolating yourself from making new friends, from meeting new people, because you're still stuck in a negative family environment or a negative interpersonal environment of your life right now. Like whether it's friends that aren't really friends, we all have had those, or whether it's roommates that are just dangerous for you or harmful to your energy, or again, bad family dynamics. Not everybody has a great family, and that just is what it is. But you need to take yourself away from that. And there is something that you're holding back from, that you're afraid of, that makes you afraid of stepping out and of changing these things that need to be changed. But again, take that leap of faith, because there is some knowledge waiting for you. There is enlightenment and change waiting for you. Let's see what's going on inside, what challenge you have on the mental, spiritual, and or emotional level. You have the Six of Swords. So this is very similar to everything that you've been getting here, because this is saying that it is time to change your mindset, that you're going through some emotional changes. You might be having, one day you're feeling pretty good about things, and then later that evening you're worried about your entire life and you're having like an existential crisis. You might be sad a lot. You might be angry for reasons that you can't understand. And it's because you feel like maybe you're losing something. And maybe you are, but whatever it is that's being taken out of your life right now, you don't really need. Whatever it is the cards have been saying for like a couple of weeks that it's time for you to let something go. And it's possible that the universe is getting tired of waiting and is like, this change has to happen. It is time to happen, depending on your birth information and all that stuff, which is a lot more personal than these general readings can get. But the universe sometimes is just like, the gods are just like, you know what? You're taking too long to make these changes that you need to make so that you can fulfill your purpose. So let me help you, and I'm just gonna push you over the edge. Okay, so you're going through some emotional changes. You're going through some confusion, and again, there's anxiety for you right now. And this is saying that you have to, you are holding on to your old thought patterns. You're still holding on to these past ideas. Even though you're going through this emotional change, there's still a part of you that you're not ready to let die yet. You're not ready to let go of, because letting that part of you go is a scary, terrifying thing, and it's going to bring some huge change in your life. And so you're still kind of letting yourself be stuck behind bars, be stuck in the same mindset, even though there's all this change happening for you and around you. So let's see how we can overcome this challenge. You have the Six of Cups. And you have the Seven of Swords. So these are telling you not to let your past control you. And whatever choice you're considering making around that, it's telling you to reconsider your path, reconsider the things that you've been doing. Again, all of this is saying, it's time for you to change your mindset, and don't let the things of your past, these programmed ideas, these memories of what you think the past is, or what it should have been, or what, how it's affected you now, past traumas and things like that. Don't let that control you. You have right now. You are here right now, and you have the ability to change your future. You have the ability to create the life that you want. And this is saying you cannot hold on to these old past feelings. You cannot hold on to these old ideas because they are not serving you. It is time to rethink your plans, rethink your strategy for life. Okay? Rethink who you are, even. Get in touch with what you truly believe about yourself and bring your emotions into it, because they're there. You can try to hide them all you want, but they are there. And they are trying to get a message to you. If you are unhappy all the time, there is a reason for that. And especially with this reading, if you're unhappy because of your past, or because you're worried that something you've tried before and failed at, if you try again, you're going to fail again, or that, especially, what I'm getting is that this may have to do with parents. This has to do with your family upbringing, with your family dynamics, and with your home life as a child. And the effect it's had now is that you are in this place where you're feeling a bit lost and frightened, where letting go of those old ideas is scary to you. And this is making you emotionally unstable. This is making you emotionally tired and emotionally you feel drained a lot, especially probably when dealing with your actual family. You find yourself regressing. You find yourself going back to these um to whatever dynamics you had as a child. So if you and your family like yelled all the time, then that's what happens. If you clammed up and never talked about your feelings, then that's what happens. So you just end up falling right back into old patterns. And that's not serving you. This is telling you, again, not to let your past control you, not to let it control your future, and to reconsider the plans that you're making for yourself and for your relationships with your family. Because your actions will have consequences. And this is telling you that if you just try to do something on impulse, then there will be consequences, and they may not be consequences that you like, and they may be based on you letting your past control you. So it is time for you to let that go, whatever it is that has been holding you down. So let's see what the energy is for the end of this day. How are we going to close out this Friday and close out this week? Just a reminder, I will not be posting on Saturday and Sunday because I need those days to get some other work done, and it seems to be a lot more stress than I need on those Saturdays. And that's another thing I see a lot in the cards is like, if you're doing something that's completely stressing you out all the time, then you need to reevaluate why you're doing it and how to make it better. So that's something I try to live by myself. So you guys will see me again on Monday. And let's see how we end out this Friday. You have the Sun, and you have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is saying that anything is possible. You have endless possibilities here. There are... Sorry, everything's just kind of crooked. But there are still things for you to learn. There are still things for you to try to come to understand. But the possibilities are endless. You can have the life that you envision. Learn more about yourself. Learn more about your career path or the path that you've been dreaming about and thinking about. Learn more about just the way your family makes you respond, or the way you respond to them, and the way you feel when interacting with them. Okay, really look at yourself. Look at the shadows that are within you and be honest with yourself about them. Be open with yourself about them and try your best to try to let them go, because there's so much out there for you. Don't get stuck focusing on these little things. Don't get so mired in this looking within that you're still stuck, that you create just another kind of prison for yourself. Let yourself be aware that happiness is available to you, that contentment and safety and stability are all available to you. Okay? Let yourself be truthful about what you're feeling right now and what you're going through, so that you can let go of these things that have not been serving you, these things that have held you back. They may have damaged your friendships. They may have made you leave jobs that you did actually like, or take jobs that were no good for you emotionally because it just seems like the thing to do. It's amazing what childhood traumas and experiences lead to. What decisions we might make because of it, because of fears, because of worry, because of what our family is expecting of us. There are lots of things that these traumas can create. Okay? They make us pull away from people that we care about when things get too serious. They make us knee-jerk react when someone points out our flaws because we're afraid to look at our flaws, or because someone else looking at our flaws has always come with some type of abuse. Okay? And these are all valid things, or valid fears and feelings to have. But you cannot let them control you, because that's not going to help you realize your true purpose. It's not going to allow you to spread your wings, to change and grow. You cannot let these things control you. And you do have the ability to find completion, to find joy. Don't isolate yourself. Know that someone out here loves you. I love you. That is your reading for Friday, July 20th, 2018. I do hope this reading was helpful to you, and I will see you on Monday. Have a wonderful, beautiful, amazing weekend. And, even if that's just chilling at home and watching Netflix, or going out and doing whatever, or even just going to work, have a lovely weekend. And remember always that I love you. Bye.